Sydney, Australia, April 20. Taylor Wacker of the Crows kicks during the Round 5 AFL match between the Sydney Swans and the Adelaide Crows at Sydney Cricket Ground on April 20, 2018 in Sydney, Australia. Photo by Brendon Thorne, Getty Images, AFL Media. Text stands up. Crows skipper Taylor Wacker answered his critics on Friday night with a dominant display. After his side's limp loss to the Magpies on their home patch last week, Wacker, who booted only 2 goals in that match, was in the firing line. Well, a week is a long time in footy. Against Sydney, Wacker made the game his own with 4 majors, the pick of them a second-quarter bomb from inside the centre square. He was on the board early when he nailed a set shot in the opening term, while his second, which came after a 50 metres penalty later in the quarter, set the tone for the night. One of the skipper's 4 goals tonight, from downtown FC, April 20, 2018. Rohan's emotional return. Emotion and footy go hand in hand, and there were no moments more moving than Swan Gary Rohan's first goal on Friday night. Rohan's wife Amy gave birth to twin girls last Thursday, Bella Ray and Willow Nevaeh, but Willow, who had been already diagnosed with a fatal brain condition, tragically passed away hours after being born. Rohan returned to Sydney's lineup against Adelaide after spending a week on the sidelines, and during the third term he kicked a team-lifting goal and kissed the black armband that adorned his bicep before being mobbed by teammates. It got the loudest cheer of the night. The city of Crutchesty Crows' stuttering start to 2018 has been compounded by a lengthy injury list. Eddie Betts, hamstring, and David McKay, concussion, missed the trip to the Harbour City after going down in Adelaide's dire defeat to Collingwood in Round 4. You can add Kyle Hartigan, hamstring, to that list after he hobbled off in the second term on Friday night. Rory Sloane, foot, the Crouch brothers and David McKay are also part of the Crows' star-studded casualty ward. Betts' absence on Friday night was just the second time he has missed a game since joining Adelaide in 2014. Score review confusion. Nothing splits the crowd like a score review, but the events after Tom Papley's snap in the first quarter were more divisive than most. Papley gathered the pillonacy of striped jumpers and somehow found a way through, dancing around a couple, bouncing off another. He then curled through his snap amid high traffic from 20 meters out. Except he didn't. The umpires signaled a goal despite animated protests from Adelaide's defenders, and the ball went back to the middle. Eventually, after all the players had taken their positions again, the UMPS called for a score review and it was decided Crow Tom Doty got a fingertip on it. The home fans hated it. Terrible turnover. Goals from turnovers always look terrible, but in the second quarter Adelaide's Rory Laird took it to the next level. After marking at half-back, Laird tried to switch play but scuffed his drop punt and hit Swan spearhead Lance Franklin on the chest. As if the turnover under no pressure wasn't bad enough, the bloke who gets the footy is a 7-time All-Australian and 4-time Coleman medalist. From outside 50, but he went bang, although his shot needed the right bounce in the unguarded goal square for the ball to roll through. Despite the blunder, Laird was among the Crows' best.